All right, so let me understand something here, because I don't understand the outrage. So Beyonce wants to put out a country album, right? This is the great Beyonce, knows, multi platinum recording artist, um, widely recognized around the world as one of the best singers in this generation, if not the best singer in this generation. So, as I stated in the video early in the stream, check reported ahead on I-85 South. She is planning on releasing a country album. She's already released two country singles, and you got people outraged by that, particularly this guy, John Schneider. John Schneider, the good old boy, right? Don't be meaning no harm, except when it comes to black people. Be all you never saw, white privilege is the law that the day he was born. Yahoo! That guy. That guy is pissed off that Beyonce is putting out a country album. Why? Why are you pissed off that Beyonce is putting out a country album, huh? What's your deal? Are you mad that you couldn't get in on the collaboration? Huh? That's what you mad about? Now, I'm going to play a clip, fair use, and I'm going to break down all the dog whistle language that him and Alison Steinberg put out on this interview. Without further ado, DJ, spin that shit.
Entertainment industry just won't leave any area alone, right? They just have to seize control over every aspect, don't they?
They've got to make their mark, just like a dog in a dog walk park. Every dog has to mark every tree, right? So that's what's going on here. Shania and the other folks you talked about, what they did is they were in country music and they went out. And that's one thing. But people coming into country music have because I know a little something about country music, and they seem.
All right, so country music has been a thing because black people made it a thing. Black people are the ones that started country music. Okay? That's for one. For two, Alison Steinberg sitting up here talking about the left. So anytime you hear this thing about the left, notice that's dog whistle language for black people. So, or the left. Speed check reported ahead on I-85 South. The left has been trying to take over everything. Really? We try to take over everything like you guys don't try to take over everything, right? Because everything we originate, you guys take and revise history and make it out to be that you guys were the creators of it. Let's just keep this 100. Black people started country music, and you can't accept that. That's the problem. The problem is you don't want the truth. The problem is you want to be entertained. A lot of you reprobates and degenerates out there that listen to this trash that comes out of OAN, you don't want the truth. You want to be entertained. You want to be fed your proverbial red meat like y'all got a bunch of goddamn pack of wolves. And John Schneider, right, this good old boy, is part of that. He's part of that. Because what the hell would possess him to say what he said about Beyonce? Beyonce ain't did nothing to him. Beyonce ain't even think about him. Beyonce ain't even think about John Schneider, but yet John Schneider got this woman's name in his mouth. For what? For what? So he can put up more dog whistle language, talk about how he owned the libs and all that? Huh? So he can, get his little shine on at the expense of Beyonce? Because he can't get no shine on no other way, nowhere else. He can't get his shine on nowhere else. So why he worried about Beyonce putting out a country song? How was that hurting you, sir? Huh? How's that hurting you, sir? How the fuck is that hurting you? But you all outraged and all that. You sick to your stomach that Beyonce decided to put out a country album. You act like that's going to take food out of your mouth. You act like that's going to have somebody piss on the Constitution. You act like Beyonce putting out a country album is the thing that's going to tear your ass apart. Really, dude? Really, dude? But you white supremacists, you guys don't even know what y'all want to stand on. Because Sunday, when the Black National Anthem was played, you had racists like Warren Boebert and Carrie Lake and Marjorie Taylor Greene and Megyn Kelly, right? Them four women was coming out there talking about how, oh, there's only one national anthem for everybody. Now Beyonce wants to put out a country album. Now you guys is all outraged about that. Make up your fucking mind! It's all about y'all feelings. And you guys want to wail, whine, bitch, and moan about everything else. And then y'all want to whine, bitch, and moan about us calling out people on their racism and all that. You know why we is out here calling people out on their racism and all that? Because it keeps fucking happening. That's why. So this talking point that idiot Stephen A. Smith was running his mouth about the other day about, oh, if you guys, the more y'all talk about racism, the more it's going to dilute the conversation. Well, Caroline to them bitch ass motherfuckers, they keep doing this racist shit. The more it keeps happening, the more we're going to call it out. Period. If you don't like it, then either do one or two things. Either change it or continue to do what we do, and then we're going to do what we do. Y'all can continue to do what y'all do, and we going to continue to do what we do. Now, but just because we calling it out, that don't change the fact that it ain't going to change shit. Because we going to call it out. Period. Now, John Schneider, you've been on the Dukes of Hazzard, a racist show. That's right. That show is littered in this racism. And if you need any piece of evidence for anyone who's never watched that show, I mean, look at that. Look at that Confederate flag all up on top of the goddamn car. If you need a piece of evidence that, oh, this show was a racist. And we all know what the Confederate flag is all about if you really want the understanding of it. But if you want to be fed your proverbial red meat, I understand that you don't want this truth neither. I understand that too. I understand that you claim it as some kind of heritage or whatever, but that Confederate flag is deep rooted in its racism. Why do you think we had the Civil War? The Civil War revolved around slavery. But this man is. When a man or a woman shows you who they are, believe them. You don't have to take my word for it. Because I'm going off what they're showing me. But just know, you and I will have a disconnect if you don't see this as racist. And I'm telling you it is. So, do you think you can come in my comment section and come about me, but this man is a racist? Well, guess what? You and I gonna have a problem. You and I gonna have a problem if you think this guy isn't a racist. Leopards don't change their spots. Tigers don't change their stripes. As they get old, they get bigger. And if you want to know where the children learn this stuff from, they don't learn this stuff from school. You got Dinesh D'Souza, and you got idiots like Christopher Rufo that sit up there and push that lie all the damn time, making it out to be like, oh man, critical race theory and DEI and all this other stuff. The only thing that's evolved is their fucking lies. So how Beyonce putting out a country song hurting you, huh? Any of you reprobates and degenerates and racists out there that got a problem, right? I'm gonna ask you this, right? How is Beyonce putting out a country album hurting you? How? Answer that question. How is Beyonce putting out a country album hurting you? Is it going to get you kicked out your home? Is it going to get your car repossessed? Is it going to get you fired from your job? Is it going to take food out your mouth? How in the fuck does Beyonce putting out a country album hurting you? Unless it doesn't hurt you and you just need something to whine, bitch, and moan about to win the news cycle or to go viral on social media, because the need to go viral trumps the need to be right. And, and the need to go viral trumps the need to be truthful in this shit. If you want to keep this 100, but you white supremacists and reprobates and degenerates don't want to keep it 100. You don't. All you want to do is come here and all you want to do is talk about people being racist. Why you always got to make this about race? Because it always is about race. That's why. You stop doing racist shit and we will call you out on your racism. Then later on, when you apologize, then you want to do all this goddamn on explaining like we asked for it. Then you want to sit up here and go on these long-winded soliloquies about, oh, how you not a racist and that you just be misunderstood and this thing and the next thing. Why did you even fix your mouth to talk about Beyonce putting out a country album? How is that hurting you? It's not like you're a multi-platinum recording artist in the country scene, George Schneider. People know you for being an actor. People don't know you were a goddamn country singer. They did know you was an actor though. So how is Beyonce putting out a country album hurting you? That's the question I got for you and all your defenders and degenerates and low-hanging fruit out there. How is that hurting you? And if you can't answer that question, don't be carpet bombing my comment section with deflection tactics and all that shit, because I don't want to hear. Answer that question. Now, if you're not subscribed to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share these videos on your social media platforms. Shouts out to the LDBC. This your man. Scream at me. Hey!